Introducing, out of Alden, New York, number 2, Dylan the Chinstrap Zielinski. Introducing next, out of Schenectady, New York, wearing number 69, Kenny the GM Gerard.
Both being lazy.
Both feeling lazy, feeling like it's almost time for vacation. Welcome back into Season 3, Episode number 1 of the DK Experience. I'm Kenny Gerard, coincided by Dylan Zielinski. And Dylan, before we get things going here tonight, I know we are in the vacation mood, spring break. 1 week from now, we'll be in the Outer Banks, but how are you feeling right now?
Ready for the Outer Banks. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of Oswego. That dead winter of just all that snow killed me. Doing those last few hockey games killed me. Working at Kinney and the Raven has killed me. I'm ready for the beach.
So are the rest of us, Dylan, and it's time for one of our very well-known segments here in our A block. It is time for the Gridiron Recap.
Oh,
so,
boy.
For the Gridiron Recap, for those who don't know, it's just our football recap about our personal favorite teams. I'm a Giants fan. He's a Bills fan. The seasons are over and have been over for quite a while now. Very, very sad. But we will still talk about how each team did on the year, and we're going to start off with the person who's a little bit happier about the results. It's going to be Dylan. Take me away about the Buffalo Bills.
No, I mean, happy kind of now, you know, we're in the offseason, stuff like that. Things are looking good. I like that we're re-signing a lot of our guys right now. But towards the end of the season, the way we lost, I was heartbroken. There's pictures of me just crushed in front of a TV. I'm happy we beat those Ravens because Lamar chokes in the playoffs anyway, so that was pretty cool. Josh ended up getting the MVP, which was awesome. The refs beat us. The Chiefs did not. Josh Allen had that first down. I'll die on that hill. And, yeah, man, I mean, it's looking good for them Bills. I like this team.
I think the Bills have a good future ahead of them. I mean, the only thing that was a big difference was them. I mean, the Jets added Fields. I like that move. We'll get into that later.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that later. I'm getting ahead of myself. But let's talk about the team.
I was talking about Josh. And
Let's talk about the team that's not
the MVP.
MVP. Speaking of teams that are not MVPs, look at that record, 3-14. Let's talk about the New York Giants. What a catastrophe of a season the Giants had this year.
It was bad.
Went in with pretty low expectations as it is, but when you got Danny Derps as your quarterback, what do you expect? You expect nothing good. And we got nothing good. So, am I surprised about the result of the season? No, not at all. They lose Daniel Jones. They pay him a crap load of money. Saquon goes on and wins the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles of all teams. The Schmeagles, are you kidding me? It breaks my heart to be a Giants fan right now.
I was pretty happy to watch the Chiefs lose, though.
It's like the second worst Super Bowl I ever watched since Eagles Patriots in terms of like wanting to enjoy the game.
That's like my favorite.
I hate both those teams. I hate those teams too. I'm just a spiteful man, and we're not even going to get Aaron Rodgers. He's a Steeler now. I don't know what the Giants are going to do, but dear Lord, if it's Russell Wilson, I may never show my face on this campus ever again or in any public setting because I cannot deal with washed-up Russell Wilson.
We'll get into
if
that.
I
I'm
have
gonna
to
talk
hear,
about what I'm
if
thinking with the
I have to
Giants.
hear Giants country, let's ride, I swear to God I will switch teams.
I got some ideas what's going to happen with them. I've been thinking about it. I was thinking about it all day today about what was going to happen with those Giants. I got an idea. I'll pitch it to you when we get to that point.
Well, we'll get there, Dylan. But, hey, let's head to a quick break. And we come back, it'll be time for the fun part. We're going to talk about the NFL offseason and the free agency that's open today. So we'll see you in 2 minutes right here on WTOP 10.
Would you like to try snacks from faraway lands? Or snacks with bizarre flavors? How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West 1st Street.
Yeah, we're walking around campus, and what do we see? All these clubs are looking.
They looking for me.
There's hockey,
There's improv,
so much to see. So let's go try them out and see how they be. Come on and please watch.
Our embarrassments free.
Tune in to Amateurs on WTOP.
Happy Friday, Lakers, and another beautiful day here in Oswego, New York. I'm DJ Don Perone, and I'm happy that you're starting your weekend off right listening to WNYO 88.9 FM, the Laker Radio Network.
I said, darling, can you see? There's no room for us. There's no room. Now our lives are tainted. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Now our lives are tainted. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Do you think if I straighten my arm, I'll finally get it out of the water? We got to get ready for the Outer Banks. Welcome back to the DK Experience
fishing.
right here on WTOP 10. I am Kenny Gerard with the delightful Dylan Zielinski. That is the word of choice today, Dylan. And Dylan, we mentioned it a little bit earlier during our Gridiron recap that, well, free agency has started today in the NFL. There's been plenty of moves,
my favorite
couple
time.
of shakeups. Dylan, I'm going to give it up to you to intro day one of signing and give me some players, and I'll give you my thoughts.
Yeah, so the NFL kind of went crazy. It's been going crazy over the weekend. I just have a top. So over the weekend, we had Devontae Adams. He signed with the Rams. 2 years, $46 million. That was just kind of a big one over the weekend. But with it starting today, the biggest one that everyone's talking about is Sam Darnold is leaving the Minnesota Vikings to go to the Seattle Seahawks after they have completely turned over their team.
Shout out Paul
He
Beatty.
signed, shout out Paulie. He signed a deal, 3 years, $100.5 million guaranteed. T. Higgins is also on this list, but he got franchise tagged again. Josh Sweat, an edge rusher for the Eagles, signed with the Cardinals today, 4 years, $76.4 million. What else we got? What are some other big names here?
Rodgers and the Steelers might get
Well,
together. Well,
yeah,
they said
yeah.
apparently the rumor is by Tuesday they're supposed to have some sort of deal, and he can't sign until Wednesday. Though.
I thought he was going to go to the Giants, but once I saw Devontae to the Rams, I was like, that's a done deal, because I think he wanted to play with Devontae, but now it's just like, okay, who gives me the best chance to win? Chris Godwin, though, going back to the Buccaneers. 3 years, $66 million contract. Probably could have got way more money elsewhere. Chris Godwin's good. I'm fired up. He's going back to the Bucs. Patriots have been spending some money.
49ers had 7 free agents
That
leave
was
the team,
nuts.
including
That was nuts.
Josh Dobbs.
Yes, Josh Dobbs went to the Patriots.
Good transition there, Dylan.
Carlton Davis, yeah, Carlton.
Two lounging.
Yeah. Carlton Davis, he cornerback. He was with the Lions.
Yeah.
He's best known for his work with the Bucs. He just went to the Patriots. So as a Bills fan, I'm watching them spend a lot of money. They signed Mac Hollins. I was so heartbroken. Mac Hollins. He was a Buffalo Bill. He was a dog. The Bills signed Joshua Palmer. I don't know if you know who that is. He's wide receiver for the Chargers. Me and Shet were talking about it. Once I saw Joshua Palmer sign with the Bills, I was like, I don't know what it's going to mean for Mac Hollins. And probably 5 minutes later, Mac Hollins signed it with the Patriots. I don't know what he's doing. He's going to go from AFC Championship to maybe this year 7 wins. But I don't know. You can ramble off of what you think of some of these signings. I'm going to look for some of the bigger names and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, my big takeaway is, and in particular as a Giants fan, would say the Seahawks with Darnold. Interesting choice, because now I feel like I've seen this movie somewhere before where a quarterback gets a team into the first round and they go sign a big deal afterwards. Sound like Daniel Jones to you a little bit? I said this in shout out Professor Lurch.
I do think Sammy's better than Daniel, though.
I did say this in Professor Lurch's class during our project, and I was with Brian DeMiro on our fake show. But what I said was, Sam Darnold is not as good as he is. The Vikings had a cakewalk schedule, and they also had great receivers. Sam Darnold looked scared a lot of the time when they went against good opponents. They lost, and we saw it happen in the Week 18 game, and we saw it happen in the first round of the playoffs. I will stand on this, and you can clip this if you think I'm wrong, but
No, I don't
Sam
think you're crazy.
Darnold sucks. He is not good. He is a ghost in the headlights. He is not a good quarterback. He's like Daniel Jones. He gets a cakewalk schedule. He has one good fluke season, and I think he's not as good as he is. Has he gotten better? Yes. Is it a good story? Yes. Is that story going to end right on the shores of the Pacific Ocean in Seattle? Absolutely.
I think Sammy's better than you give him credit for. That offensive line in Minnesota was bad towards the end of the season. They were banged up.
Yeah, but
I
how
watched
good is
that
Seattle's
Lions game.
O-line? They're horrible.
Were they?
Horrible. One of the worst. They are not
But
good.
I can't believe I'm skipping over this. Justin Fields.
Oh, wow. How do we
leaving
forget
the
that?
Pittsburgh Steelers. He's going to the New York Giants
I like
for
that.
Jets, not Giants. Sorry.
Got me excited,
Get you
man.
excited. 2 years, $40 million. Pretty cheap deal, all things considering, for quarterbacks. Dude, and I'm a Bills fan. I want to see that work out. Him
do
and
too.
Garrett Wilson playing together again, that's cool. Him versus Josh Allen 2 times a year, that's cool. Him versus Drake May 2 times a year, that's cool. Him beating up on the Dolphins 2 times a year, no one really gives it. No one cares. No one cares. It's the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see that work out. I still like Fields. I think he didn't pan out as the quarterback he was supposed to be in Chicago, and I don't think he got
I
enough
think
of a
that's
chance.
Chicago's
and I
fault.
think I was about to say, God, this guy never lets me talk, does he? I was going to say, I think that it didn't work out in Chicago because of Chicago's system. I also think that in Pittsburgh, he just didn't get enough time in the limelight. I think that overall, I think he's going to be an excellent quarterback. I think he'll do very good in New York. But, Dylan, we have yapped long and hard about free agency, and there's plenty more
As
to
I'm
go, and
still
I'm sure
looking.
we will talk. Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure we're going to talk about it more in 3 weeks when we come back, when there's more definitive signings and some of the names, but most, if not all, the big names will have landed at that point. So we'll talk more about that in the future. But let's talk about what the other option is, and that's some trades. Now, there has not been as many trades in this offseason, but there has been a few, some of the notable ones, such as DK Metcalf. Dylan, take me away with some of the trades.
Yeah, I guess I'll specifically talk about DK first. I, as a Bills fan, Bills fans were calling for him. I'm not a big DK guy. I think he's really streaky and inconsistent. Dude, him and George Pickens, someone's going to get upset, and
Who's
they're going
wearing
to throw
14?
hands. What?
Who's wearing 14?
Probably George Pickens.
I think so, too.
I don't think
To what numbers DK wear?
Yeah. Probably like 0. He's
Yeah.
probably going to do something like that. But I think, dude, the crash outs we're going to see from the two of them are going to be hilarious.
Seth has told me Tunsil to the Commanders.
That's a good trade. Commanders, so Tunsil and Debo.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I forgot all about
Commanders
Debo.
are gearing up for a Super Bowl run. They know how close they were last year. They knew. Dude, Jaden Daniels, you don't even need to give him the best protection in the world, but you just got him a top 10 left tackle in the game.
Jaden Daniels should have been a Giant.
Debo, I liked Debo. Liked is the key word. Kind of sad he's a little past his prime, but I do think he's still going to give him, I think he's going to be a third down guy. You need consistent hands.
Yeah.
You just find
That's
Debo.
a good take.
I don't think he's going to, because they still have Scary Terry, too. Commanders
They
are going to
do.
be dangerous.
I think the Commanders are going to be good. I mean, in some of these trades, like I said, with DK, I can see the streaky conversation. I think he's all right, but I see Seattle at this point kind of hitting a hard reset. I mean, they're going to take a chance on Darnold and maybe get somebody in the draft, but
They still
and
have
losing
JSN.
Lockett, by the way, Lockett was another one.
They still have JSN. JSN's
do have
really
JSN.
good. I think
He's
they'll
good.
probably draft somebody. They
I think
have
so
to.
too, but they got to work on that line, and that line is horrible. So I mean, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting season. There's
Are there
a
any
lot.
more trades?
What's up?
What did they get DK for? Like a
Second rounder,
A
I think it
second?
was, yeah.
They wanted a first. I thought that was crazy.
That's crazy for DK. Second round is
he's
fair.
28.
Yeah.
He's still kind of young, but he's
second round pick and streaky player. I wouldn't say
No.
that I expect much more than that. But Dylan, I think we have yapped about the NFL long enough for all people at home with
Sadly.
their ears
It's never
are
enough.
bleeding. Yeah, he
Never
loves
enough.
talking about football. So, with that being said, when we come back in 3 weeks, we will pick back up on the trades and the free agency. But we're going to send you guys to another quick 2-minute break. When we come back, Dylan will learn yet another sport. Bring it back, Dylan Learns Sports. You're watching the DK Experience right here on WTOP 10.
And it could be your last chance to see one occur for 2 decades. as the next time one will be visible over the continental U.S.
He's May 84. Yarrow told police in the hospital that he had pressed the doorbell and waited.
They mix with oxygen and nitrogen. They become briefly
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30? Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
Did you know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a closer to that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
So I also heard that if you have like chunks of grass in here, it kind of messes up the rotation
Well,
of the
that
ball.
makes sense.
So I think that I got to clean this out before we head down to OBX. But for now, welcome back to the DK Experience right here in WTOP 10. I'm Kenny Gerard with Dylan Zielinski. And Dylan, it is just about that time of the show where the people at home maybe don't watch sports as much, get to enjoy the show a little bit more. We're going to talk about the Kardashians. I'm just kidding. My girlfriend requested we talk about that. We're not talking about that tonight. We're going to talk about a sport that Dylan does not know because Dylan only knows football. And Dylan, we're kind of talking about football today, but not if you live in the United States. In the United States, the US of A, it's called soccer. Not going to get into that argument right now. But today's sport will be soccer. So, Dylan, I'm going to take you down a path of learning about soccer. We're going to start off with some of the positions on the field. Dylan, use your best judgment as to what you think each position up here is.
Goalie. By the way, Paulie said hi. He said, keep talking about those Seattle Seahawks.
Hi, Paulie.
Goalie. Midfielder. Center field? I don't know. I don't know.
Keep going.
I know they're sweepers, but I don't know if they're the top guys or the bottom guys. And then there's forwards. Defenseman? I don't know. I'll
throw it up.
Midfielder? What happened to sweepers? Did I used to play a striker? Central attacking middle fielder? All right, these are made up. These are made up, dude. These are no.
What do you mean they're made up? I totally didn't rip this off Sporkle and hope this was accurate because I totally know what I'm talking about when it comes to soccer. I'm an avid soccer
my buddy
fan.
Zach. No.
All right, on to the next. We're going to talk about some of the major leagues. Now, I'll give you a little bit of.
I know them.
I'll give you a little bit of a grace period here. You can guess the country if you have no idea what it's called because some of the names are right up here. So you can guess which country they're from. These are from all over the world. There's one that you should know that I know.
I know the Premier League.
There's two then.
The Super League.
Do you know where they're from?
No. America?
No.
We would name it that. We would name it that. The Bear League. That's cool.
What's I guess the golf club the point. What's this one? And where are they from?
America.
They are from America. What is the name of the league?
Does it have something to do with the MLS?
Yes, it would.
Dude, I hate soccer.
No, come on, you gotta
I
guess.
know.
Take a rip, and then we'll show you after this one because you're not gonna get
Middle. The Midwestern.
It's not even a W, dude.
No, middle. Little.
Think of MLB.
Major League Soccer.
There you go. You overcomplicated it. All right, throw up the answers.
Major League Soccer. I do know the Premier League, and I could have told you England because
Russia.
Chelsea's from there.
The
My
Super
buddy Zach
League?
is a huge.
Super League is from Greece.
What?
Yep. Mexico. Oh, this is the Chinese soccer league. This is the Canadian Premier League. There's the Japanese league.
Huh.
I was hoping you got at least one or two countries. I mean, this one's Italy. It has its flag right there.
I didn't.
This has the Swedish colors right
I could
there.
have guessed the pair was Russia.
Well, yeah. Well, you didn't.
Yeah, I know, but I was like looking.
Next.
What do we got?
All right. These are A-League European teams. Go ahead and give me your best guess to all of these squads. We'll start here. We're going to rapid fire. If you don't know the name, make it up. Right here.
The Yellow Tiger Squad.
Okay. This one.
White Castle.
Okay. This one.
The team.
This one.
Boom Team.
This one. Boom.
Crest Team.
This one.
What? The Castle Team.
This one.
The Football Club.
Okay, this one.
The Two-Headed Bird Team.
This one.
Two People High-Fiving Team.
That's not okay. This one.
The other Castle Team.
This one.
Arby's.
This one. Just try and read that.
Football Club.
This one.
America.
This one.
Pretty Girl Team.
This one.
No, dude. That one's Panera.
Okay, show us the answers.
Amsterdam. Hey. All right, so I got none of them.
The only one I knew off the top of my head was Arsenal. That's a popular one.
I do know
Arsenal is well known. But we are talking too much about soccer. We're going to send you guys to yet another quick break. And when we come back, it'll be time for Cook It or Crazy. You're watching DK Experience right here on WTOP 10.
Put the keys down, Kevin. But I'm gonna drive home. There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Matt, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one. Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Now, again, I still can't keep this thing out of the water, and I also heard that if you get like these custom grips, like I have big hands and
There's
really short
custom
thumbs,
ones?
yeah, so you can get custom grips. I think
No
that'd help.
way.
Welcome back to DK Experience Season 3, Episode number 1. The last block of the show. Just 5 minutes left for us to talk to you wonderful people at home tonight. I'm Ken Gerard, coincided by Dylan Zielinski, who is a screenager and can't look up from his phone. He's pulling up his song. Don't play it out loud. FCC won't like that. So, yeah, exactly. Can't play it out loud, Dylan. So, welcome back for Cooking or Crazy, our everybody's favorite segment on the show. And today, we always decide during the blast break what we're going to do. Today's segment will be best song to be played on the beach to fit in with a vacation theme. Austin in the back, our graphics operator, shout out Austin, will choose the winner in today's segment. So, Dylan, we agreed to say at the same time. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. Toe Zach Brown Band.
Though.
Yes!
All right.
Listen, I was going to go knee deep, but I thought you'd pick it, so I pivoted to
I
Toes.
got Jimmy Buffett.
Because we were singing it earlier, so I go, he's going to think knee deep, so I wanted to switch and go to Toes. So that's, I was going to say knee deep, but I wanted to pivot just for the sake of the argument. So,
Am I able to even bring up the lyrics? Like, just talk about
You can talk about them. So, for mine, simply put, knee deep, or not knee deep, see, that was my original pick. I just messed myself up. Toes, I mean, it's a song about being on the beach. You got your keister in the sand, your toes in the water. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. I think that, you know, it just fits the theme. Good country music, it's slow, it's easy, but it just, you know, it reminds me of summer. There's no better song, I think, than the beach. And even when you get home, the end of the song is about going back home after you're sunburnt and sweaty and tired. I think the song can go from beginning to end of your vacation, and I think it was perfect for sitting on the beach. It's my song of choice, and I will almost guarantee we're going to play it in the Outer Banks. Dylan, you know yours, so
yep.
let me hear yours.
Let me just give you the first few lyrics here, all right? And I just want you to think about what I was saying in the beginning of the show. Gonna put the world away for a minute. Pretend I don't live in it. Sunshine's gonna wash my blues away.
Great song.
I have been saying that we needed to get out of here.
Yes.
We all needed to go away. Put the world away for a minute. That is what that song represents. Not only does it include Zach Brown Band, who's one of the kings of summer, but it also has a feature from Jimmy Buffett, the god of summer. It is a banger song. You can play it on the beach. You can play it while driving down there. It symbolizes what spring break, any vacation is supposed to be. It's about putting the world away for a minute.
Before we run out of time, let me give you my lyrics. We're going to run out of time here, Dylan. Here are the lyrics that I wanted to just read. I got my toes in the water, keister in the sand, not a worry in the world, a cold beverage in my hand. Life is good today.
Oh, life is good today.
And life is good today. I think it makes the same argument he just made. Is that, oh, it's over? Oh, sweet. All right, sweet. I win. Let's go.
No.
I'll take that.
Life is good today, Kenny.
Life is good today.
Life is good to Beckham.
Yes, you may come on.
Life is... My first ever concert was a Zach Brown, and I love that song. I need that. Thank you.
Great choice.
Good choice, but toes in the water, bum in the sand.
Not a worry in the world.
Not a worry in the world.
Cold beverage in my hand.
Oh. No, I'm going back.
Hey, don't let
Austin
him back on
is
there.
not
Don't
happy.
let him back on there.
Dylan, for the first time ever on this show, I want to say we both win.
Yeah, dude.
I think both of those are great choices.
I was just fired up that we were both on the same
We're on the same wavelength, but I just had to pivot for the sake of the show. So,
I love Zach Brown Band, dude.
With that being said, that is going to be all for us tonight. I know we have a minute 30 here left to talk, so I will mention, for those who know me and Dylan, you also know we are a part of the show. Oh boy, of course. One of the greatest shows on WTOP 10 behind Laker Connections and the DK Experience, only because I'm on it. But if I wasn't on any shows, I'd believe it's the best. Anyway, we are doing a special, speaking of the Outer Banks, called Oh Boy Takes on the Outer Banks. It'll be a 30-minute special episode. Will air the second Monday after spring break. So that is, it would be the same day as the show.
Yeah.
So it'll air the same week that we have our next show. So in 3 weeks from today, you will watch right before this show at 10 o'clock will be Oh Boy Takes on the Outer Banks, followed by the DK Experience. That'll be on March 31st. Great slot. So with that being said, we thank you for joining us tonight on the DK Experience. And we will for sure be putting our keisters in the sand and enjoying our spring break. And we hope you all do too.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Put the world away for a minute.
Dylan, any last thoughts?
I don't live in it. Just going to put the world away for a minute and pretend I don't live in it.
And I'm going to go put my toes in the sand. Thank you all for joining us tonight. We will see you guys in 3 very short weeks. Have a great night, everybody.